Hey, so in this, we're going to go over an equation with an absolute value on one side and a line on the other. So this is kind of just saying, when does this absolute value, which is the V shape, intersect a line? So let's go through and we'll write this out. So I need 2x minus 5, and I'm going to write it as a piecewise function. So that's 2x minus 5. And now I have minus 2x plus 5. And that is if x is greater than or equal to 5 over 2. And this is if x is less than 5 over 2. Now, where I get this number from is I solve this for 0. That is the point of reflection. In the absolute value, it's when it bounces off the x-axis. So now I have this. I'm going to try and equate this to that. So I have two cases. So I have case 1, and that is when 2x minus 5 equals 5 minus 3x. So I'm going to solve for x. So I add 3x to both sides, and then I add 5 to both sides. So I get 5x, and that equals 10. So then I get x equals 2. So this is a possible solution. So now, because it's a possible solution, I'm going to check. Let's check it. So I get the absolute value of 2 times 2 minus 5 equals 5 minus 3 times 2. And this is the absolute value of 4 minus 5. And this is 5 minus 6. So this is the absolute value of negative 1. And that is negative 1. So that says absolute value of negative 1 is 1. And that equals negative 1? No. So this is not a solution. So we go to our second case. And that is this one. So I have negative 2x plus 5. And that equals 5 minus 3x. Now I'm going to isolate for x again. So I'm going to add 3x. And then I'm going to subtract 5. And now I get x equals 0. Okay, so this is a possible solution. I'm going to check it in the original function. So I go back and I say, well, that's 2 times 0 minus 5 equals 5 minus 3 times 0. So that's the absolute value of negative 5, and that equals 5. So 5 equals 5, and that is the solution. Okay, so now we know that x equals 0 is the point when they intersect. So if we just do a little graph here, I'm going to do most of the graph in the top side here. So the point of reflection is here at 5 over 2. And I have a slope of 2, so it's going to be pretty steep, something like this. And then I use this one, so negative 2 slope, which is going to be like this. And this is the graph of my absolute value. And now I'm going to graph this. So if x equals 0, the absolute value of this is 5. And the y-intercept of this is actually 5 as well, the 5 minus 3x. So this is actually where they intersect. But I have a very steep slope, minus 3, so steeper than this one. So it actually goes down like this. So this line is 5 minus 3x. And this one is 2x minus 5. And this one is minus 2x plus 5. So these are all the pieces. And this is our point of intersection, which is 0, 5. Let's close that. And that's how you would solve this absolute value equation, where it equals a line, and that solution is a point.